So this is from Wannabe Oh Boy Zach. And the subject is wrestlers at the box office.
Yes.
He says, B.O. Boys, I was wondering what kind of value add, if any, AEW World Champion MJF will be in the Iron Claw. Him being the company's clear number one star, do you think that offers any sort of bump? Also, looking down the line in terms of WWE, do you think their number one star Roman Reigns has any sort of future at the movies, at the box office? So many fans just assume he'll be moving on to Hollywood. I don't see that. It's a given that he'll make it. So that's from Wannabe Boy Zach. Let's tackle the last one first. So
yeah,
wrestling star Roman Reigns was in the Hobbs and Shaw movie, the Fast and Furious spinoff, in pretty much a non-speaking role.
Yes. And at a time where pretty much everybody except for young kids despised him.
Yes. His character at that time was not very popular. He has since become very popular.
He's now our tribal chief.
He's a tribal chief. Acknowledge me. Clinton throwing his ones up. He's a much bigger star. I don't know. I agree. That is someone who's going to try and be a John Cena of The Rock. Obviously, The Rock is his template. Hobbs and Shaw, I think, was supposed to be his Mummy 2.
Mm-hmm.
And that obviously didn't happen. He wasn't ready for it yet. I think, listen, he's a good-looking big Samoan guy with long, greasy hair. So he's got the building blocks to be a movie star. He's obviously got a Jason Momoa look to him.
Yes.
I think it's possible. He's obviously not Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and we've had our issues with The Rock the last few years.
But
Black Adam was a bomb. I said that for weeks and weeks and weeks. He, of course, attacked us online by taking down one of our videos because we analyzed his Peacock interview on Heart to Heart.
Yeah.
We've had our issues with The Rock. Still a generationally charismatic person.
Absolutely.
Roman Reigns, I would say, is not in that category. And
when you look at the success stories for wrestling to acting, you've got The Rock.
Yes.
Number one. By far. Cena.
Yep.
And then you have Dave Bautista, who's going to win an Oscar.
Yes.
So, but when you look at the casualties, the ones like in this era, right? I'm not talking Hogan and stuff like that, because they did hokey movies and was in a Rocky movie, which is great, right?
Yeah.
But I'm talking about The Miz, Randy Orton, who attempted to have action star sort of films, right? Who else didn't? Did Jericho have any movies where he was the lead?
Jericho's been more of a character actor comedian. He's got Terrifier 3 coming up, so I think he's carved out a niche for himself as whatever he is. Yes. And he was great in the MacGruber movie.
Yes, he was great in that. Absolutely.
Yeah. But I think,
and I guess Big Show was in that too.
Yeah,
but they weren't holding a movie together.
Yeah.
And so that, I think the fact that we've had at least 3 wrestlers go from being WWE superstars to box office stars. I just don't, right now, I just don't see Roman being anything special enough for the general audience to gravitate towards him.
Right.
When they already have The Rock.
Right.
And I know they don't have similar personalities, but still, like, he's really going to have to show something and get a shot. But, like, who opens action movies? Statham?
Right.
Denzel, when he wants to do an Equalizer?
Could he be a B action star to the extent that exists?
Could he be Gary Butler?
That would be such. I think that is such a high ceiling for him.
I mean, that's what I'm saying is who opens these? Statham, Gary Butler, Neeson to an extent, although he's probably on the wane.
Right.
Is there an opening for him in a theatrical? Is the question.
Right.
I mean, he could do PVOD movies till the cows come home.
But is there a world in which he is a movie star? I don't see it. I don't see it.
Yeah.
But the other part of that is, of course, and we'll talk more about this, I think, next week. The Iron Claw opens December 22nd. That movie is getting incredible buzz. I think it's got an outside shot of getting in the Oscar Best Picture 10, because I think It's not appearing on a lot of these precursor awards yet, but because people are just starting to see it.
Yeah.
And that's, of course, a wrestling movie, Von Erich family. We'll get into it next week. I do think that has a shot of being an indie hit and being an Oscar player. So, Wannabe Oh Boy Zach brings up AEW, All Elite Wrestling star Maxwell Jacob Friedman is in the movie. He's also a producer of the movie. And what will that mean for the box office? I think we'll get into this more next week when we really talk Iron Claw.
Yeah.
The thing I've been hearing from some early screenings is that his character has been cut down a lot.
Okay.
He plays a more comedic character that I think they've cut the story in a way to not focus on that. So I don't know how much he will be able to bring his fans to the box office, but that is someone, if we're talking about wrestlers who could be movie stars, that's a guy who, if listeners haven't watched him, charismatic guy, very funny guy. I think that he has a John Cena type future as a comedic action star, wise guy actor.
Yes, I totally agree.
Yes. So we'll talk more Iron Claw predictions next week.